What's happening? What's up, C3P bro? Hey, it's Mr. Martin. All kidding aside, it's time to dig deep into the coronavirus educationally. So, guess what Mr. Martin did for you? He's going to ask you to read some articles about it. Here is the assignment that I'm posting on Google Classroom. You'll notice that there's really nothing you can turn in. The thing that you turn in is this link right here to Padlet. But before we get to that, let me explain what I want you to do. Okay, so I want you to read one of the following articles. I've posted 4 PDFs on here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 PDFs about background knowledge for viruses like the coronavirus, COVID, whatever it's called. Okay, you only have to read one of them. Now, I've already joked with my wife that I'm going to have more than 14 people email or ask me questions. How many articles do we have to read? Do we have to read all the articles? What do we have to do, right? Those will all count. So if we get 15, I win. I am the king of the weekend. So just wanted to throw that out to you. All right, here are the 4 articles. Those are the titles for you. A bug is making you miserable. Is it alive? Okay, that's one of the articles. It is right here, the bottom one. Article number 2, the 1918 flu pandemic that killed millions. So once again, background knowledge on pandemics. Okay. Number 3, primary sources, the Black Death, 1348. So if you are a history buff, there's a little primer on the Black Death. Okay. And finally, flu activity in the U.S. is the highest it's been in nearly a decade. All right. So that's probably a little bit hitting closer to home because that's exactly what we're talking about. Okay. So what I want you to do is pick one article, just one article. You're going to read it. You're going to think to yourself, well, you know what I found interesting about that article? It was this one fact. And you're going to take that one fact and you're going to log on to Padlet. And that is the link right here. Now, what I had to do is I grouped up periods. They will share Padlet. So right here, as you see, period 2 and 3 is sharing a Padlet. Period 5 has a Padlet all to themselves, and period 4 and 7 are sharing another Padlet, and they will show up in your according assignments on Google Classroom. So you're going to log into Padlet, and you're going to post that one thing that I just joked about, right? Oh, you know what I really found interesting? It was this one thing, and you're going to put it on Padlet. Okay, and if I am period 2 and 3, you're going to go into Padlet, and it's going to look just like this. And guess what? I read the Black Death article, and I'm going to post, I'm going to put my name, right? I'm going to put my name, Mr. Martin. The most interesting thing was, if I could spell. Interesting thing was I was not alive back then. Contrary to not popular, that's funny, belief, right? I wasn't alive back then. That's the most interesting thing. Okay, but I want you guys to actually come up with something real. Okay, I do know that the Black Death I read from a book. The Black Death caused people to be quarantined, God, I can't spell today, from their families, believe it or not. And I don't know if that's in the article, and I cannot spell. So I don't know if that's in the article, but I know this is like if you got the Black Death back then, they literally locked you in your house. They kicked everybody else out of your house. They locked you into your house, and they said, you know what, you can't come out till you shake this. But they knew you weren't going to shake it. They knew you were going to die. So they locked you in their house, and they actually put guards out in front of your house so that no one would go in there and break you out and that you couldn't get out. That is an interesting fact that I know from that. But that's what you're going to do. You're going to put your interesting fact, and guess what? By the time we're done, this whole page is going to be filled up. It's going to be beautiful, and I can't wait to see what you guys are going to write on that Padlet. My goal is that you read one article, but you learn about the 3 other ones, right? You read the Black Death article, but you're going to learn about the 1918 flu pandemic. You're going to learn about flu activity in the U.S. You're going to learn about the bug that is in COVID. Now, if we all read one, like if there's like that mathematical anomaly where it happens, I get that and I'll accept it. But you'll start to notice that on your Padlet. Okay? Any questions, as usual, reach out to me. I think this one's pretty simple. You're reading one article, just one, and then you're posting one thing on Padlet. If you see something interesting on Padlet that you want to comment on, you are free to do that. Remember, rule number 1, though, don't do anything stupid.